Hello and welcome to Fantasy Football League. Now, we know the word ended last week, so this week there'll be lots of word viewers watching Fantasy Football League for the first time. Hello. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, don't get panicking and dashing off to a warehouse party, right? Because it's quite like the word, this programme, isn't it? Stofty. Lesbian power! This week, we'll be meeting guest managers Bob Mortimer and Sue Johnston. And we'll be recreating the Clive Allen free kick that was so good, the ref disallowed it. And we'll be saying a big hello to the crazy sex bot, whose fast lane living has set the whole of Hollywood talking.
Hello, I'm Terry Mancini.
Hello! No, it's no good, is it? I can feel them switching off as we speak.
No, wait. We've got a bloke who's going to cut off his own penis and fry it.
No, I've had enough now. Let's get back to the football jokes, for God's sake.
All right, then. Terrible to see Eric Cantona at Swindon this week, picking on someone who Trevor Brooking described as one of the least aggressive midfield players you could possibly meet.
We had a letter of complaint about Glenn Hoddle firing on all cylinders at Stamford Bridge last week.
Into the wind. Got it absolutely.
It was from the Sheffield United keeper, Alan Kelly.
And after a brief, unsuccessful experiment, the FA have recommended that linesmen go back to their traditional flag-waving method of signalling to the referee.
And speaking of officials' tackles, what about this one?
Celtic really do have to keep running right until the end.
Well, there's a foul, he didn't get booked or anything.
Not fair.
And apparently Margaret Thatcher was watching Match of the Day this week and got particularly engrossed in the 0-0 draw between Sheffield United and Man City.
Oh, God, if she's died now, we're in real trouble. And now, for all the Fantasy League news, it's time for Stofty's News Round.
I'm not doing this.
Stofty?
Hey?
I've had enough. You treat me like a fool.
Treat me like a fool.
And that's another thing, I never get to sing a song. You always get to sing the songs.
That's true, actually. You do always get to sing the songs.
Hear my song.
Shut up. I live for this game. Fantasy League's my life. I want to tell the people about it.
All right, Stato, this is your chance. We won't spoil it.
You know,
Fantasy League.
Fantasy League is very simple.
Stato shit.
Just listen,
Fantasy League.
and you
Fantasy League.
will surely see.
He's crap.
And as you will have found, if you've watched my news round, it's inviting.
What do you mean?
And exciting.
What do you mean?
Just like me.
But you're shit. 3 points
For every goal you score,
Wahoo!
2 points.
if you get an assist,
Hoo-wah! 4 points.
if you keep a clean sheet, but you lose one for each goal you can see.
You can see. Stato's no. Fantasy League.
Sounds like heaven to me.
Stato's no.
Hold on. That's good.
You ruined it. You said Stato's knob.
We never said that.
Did you say that?
No, I never said Stato's knob. I said it's time for Stato's News Round.
The Fox goes from strength to strength. Basil Brush opens up a 7-point lead at the top of the table. But with plenty of matches to come, the BBC Two Fantasy League is still wide open. 17 points from Basil this week, thanks to clean sheets from Chris Fairclough and Tony Adams of Arsenal. There were 2 more goals from the reborn Robert Lee, while Jan Arga-Fjortov kept up his great run with a goal against United. And talking of a renaissance, Newcastle's Andy Cole seems to have discovered that assists are worth 2 points. 6 in the last fortnight have doubled his season's total, and along with this goal against West Ham, have helped David leapfrog into second place. Only 4 points for this week's guest, Sue Johnston. A disastrous outing from Southampton's Ken Moncow, amongst others, costing a valuable defensive points. Bob, like Frank, appears mired in mid-table, now 10th after just 3 points this week. A fighting display and a goal from Chris Koyomna of Ipswich against Tottenham helped, but goals conceded kept his total down. Manager of the week once again is Mandy Smith. Still, it helps if your strikers are Ian Wright and Kevin Campbell, and the opposition is Southampton.
Finds Ian Wright. Oh, wonderful, wonderful goal. Wright knocks it on. Campbell's there. It's number 4. It's too easy.
Saints defender Francis Benali's nightmare against Arsenal also cost Andrew Ridgely 4 points, leaving him anchored firmly at the bottom. Oh, sorry.
Don't bring that up again.
Now, a lot of you may have seen rumours in the papers that Peter Cook, manager of Fantasy League team the Golders Greenbacks, is going to be sacked following a poor season and a fallout with his star player Eric Cantona.
After Tuesday night's sending off, Peter released a statement saying it's one thing to cripple the odd fellow professional, but quite another to go around wearing your collar up all the time.
Apparently, Peter is concerned that this may be having a bad influence on other players.
And indeed a bad influence on all sections of society.
So we'll keep you posted on all that. Frank,
What?
I did like that song you were singing earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, would you sing it again for me?
Oh, well, go on then. Hear my song, Violetta. Hear my song beneath the moon.
Oh, I was enjoying that. It's very good. Family entertainment as it should be.
Come to me in my gondola with Sue Johnston from Mortimer. Sue Johnston from Mortimer. Just let you know, Bob, you all right?
Hello, Bob. Come in. Don't take that. Hurrah, well. Hello,
Nice outfit.
Who were you when you were doing this?
Oh, put yourself away.
I was wondering about that. Frank McAvenny, I think.
Really?
I wasn't at all sure. Who were you when you were doing that?
Just picking it up then?
Yeah,
Oh, the
just
cleaner,
then.
of course.
That was good, wasn't it? A lot like the cleaner, actually. So, welcome, anyway. Welcome to the crazy world of fantasy football.
It is crazy,
League.
but it's great to be back.
It's great to see you back. You've been touring and all sorts, haven't you?
Yeah.
Was that good?
No, it was fine, yeah. No, I
Fine.
hated every minute of it, but yeah, it was
The best to get that off your chest.
Sue, last time we spoke to you, Roy Evans had just taken over at Liverpool. How do you rate him now after about eight weeks or whatever it is?
I think it's going to be all right. I think they're beginning to play a bit
Well, that's
like
a
the
good
old
idea.
team. Yes, but they haven't been playing for a few years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's better. I like it. I like it.
Do you know Roy Evans?
Yeah.
All right, and
not a fan of sourness.
sourness?
Soundness.
Not a fan of sourness, you mean? In sort of general sense.
But it's
Neither am I.
Sourness. He was sourness when he was at Middlesbrough, but it became sourness.
But sourness is a great name for him, isn't it?
No, yeah, I hadn't thought of that, because sourness is a bad thing.
Yes. Philosophically.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not.
but then again, so soonest.
Yeah.
Doesn't it ever being a Liverpool fan from like a few years back, when Liverpool just won absolutely everything, I think most of the people here now, I don't know, have we got any Liverpool fans here? Yeah. One at the back there.
Hi.
And everyone around there is now checking the wallets, but you're probably all right. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was so unfair.
Absolute disgrace.
Wasn't it? They're very kind people. Whenever I go to a game at Liverpool, there's always kids offering to watch your car. Lovely, friendly gesture. What happened to my car that I went to Liverpool
I don't know.
Anyway, you know the way they just want something all the time? What? No, do you miss it really badly? Or did it, even when they were doing it then, was it not special anymore?
I think it's been very hard, you know, to sort of see them not playing well, because we were very spoilt. It's going to be very hard for Man United supporters next year, you see.
But isn't it a good thing, do you think, to have...
Well, they might not win anything this year yet, who knows?
Do you think it's a good thing to have a fallow period? Because a mate of mine supports Liverpool and he's complaining all the time at the moment. But if you support Chelsea or Middlesbrough or West Brom, you know, it's so... I mean, I was, you know, I had...
Is that funny, mate?
I had an orgasm, basically, when Chelsea got through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup this year. And that's only because...
So did I.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
It is right. Didn't it get boring winning something all the time?
It's beginning to get, now that you really appreciate going when they actually play good football, because that's been a bit intermittent over the last couple of years. So we're beginning to sort of appreciate a win. So it's sort of, you've gone through 2 years of trough, and you now it's sort of they're coming back, and you do appreciate that you know, there might be a goal or a win or even a draw. But
we've got a goal here, actually.
Sounds great.
Yeah. We've got a bit of classic Liverpool here to remind you of the glory days. It's actually a brilliantly disguised lob by David Fairclough.
Fairclough. And it's there!
Well, we have to take David Coleman's word for that, really. But that was, what was it, Stato?
It was against Anderlecht in Europe.
In the 70s, must have been, early 70s.
Yeah. Did you ever go...
Phil Thompson, they said, it was...
Did you ever go and see Liverpool in Europe at all?
No.
No?
No.
Did you ever see any of the big European games at Anfield, though?
No, I didn't, because I was in London then, which is when I started watching Liverpool.
Have you ever seen Liverpool?
Yeah.
I saw them then on the telly.
And have you ever seen Middlesbrough in Europe, Bob?
Well, I went to the Swansea match, but that's not...
Well, that's abroad, in a way, isn't it?
Well, I like
the
EEC.
Sorry?
Are Wales in the EEC?
I have no idea.
We were in Pisa.
I'm sorry?
Pisa in the Anglo-Italian this season.
Yeah, I didn't go.
No, we were there.
Are you a Middlesbrough fan?
Yep, Andy is.
Yeah, can you tell us about that, mate? It's someone's...
It's Billy Ashcroft.
It's not Billy Ashcroft. He didn't look like that.
He's a better player than that.
That's Billy Ashcroft's shirt, apparently.
Yeah, no, I heard as well. Yeah. It's like, he was called the Bear, you see.
Oh, right.
That was his nickname, so...
Why was he called the Bear? He used to shit in the woods. Sorry, Oh, look. No. Some real Liverpool action now, sir. Some Liverpool action that you can see. Now, this is from a very well-known Liverpool game, and it was against Leeds in the Charity Shield. Now, I don't know if you remember this game, but it was very, very aggressive. There was a long rivalry between the two. And players were hitting each other for any reason at all, really. Yes. If we just have a look at this. There's Johnny Giles, number 10, and there's Keegan, and oh dear. Apparently, he hit him there for being crap on top of the pops.
Yeah, and also, all the stretchers had gone by this time, because earlier on, Tommy Smith had hit Paul Reaney for looking like Johnny Mathis.
This is Alan Clark, who's also managed to pick up an injury, and this is the worst piece of carrying off ever done.
And then a strange thing happened. Billy Bremner hit Kevin Keegan for having the same initials in his first name and his surname.
A bit hypocritical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they both got sent off. Keegan and Bremner both went.
But Keegan here has a kind of intimation of the future. He thinks about Eric Cantona.
And he's going to pull his collar up, and then he realises they didn't have them on 70 shirt. And the whole thing comes off.
There's David Harvey in the background.
Oh, there he is. That good body old Kev's got, has to be said.
Billy then took his shirt off, and it's not clear why.
And then a member of Slade ran on the field.
So that was the whole incident. We actually did a Phoenix from the Flames for that incident, but most of it got destroyed in a flood.
That was a shame.
Strangely enough. And one fragment of it still exists, and here it is.
That's the real footage there.
Oh, sorry, David.
It was a great loss, wasn't it, that feeling? So do you recall that incident, Sue?
What, David Baddiel taking his shirt off?
No. That's your business.
Incident, yeah.
I mean, Keegan and Bremner disrobing.
No, I didn't see that.
Now, well, speaking of Borough early, they're doing all right at the moment, and they've had a couple
Yeah,
of
I think
results,
we're probably
haven't
going to go up.
They even beat West Brom last weekend.
Yeah, 3-0.
That's a bloody good sign,
Yeah.
trust me. Because they've turned the corner, my friend.
Yeah.
But a lot of people remember in the '66 World Cup final, right, Jeff Hurst got that goal that hit the crossbar and bounced down.
Yeah.
If you remember that, it's very controversial. But not many people know that a Middlesbrough player had a very, very similar experience, right? It was a bloke called David Shearer, and we've got that, and it's just like the Jeff Hurst shot. You watch this. There's Shearer.
He copped them, didn't he?
Shearer again.
It's just going to run and run though, isn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah, they didn't give that one.
No.
Anyway, let's look at Sue's team.
There it is. And last time I was on, actually, we had a long... Well, I gave a long, impassioned speech about Matthew Le Tissier and how he should play for England. And, of course, Terry Venables took notice.
He did.
And played him for England.
Yeah.
And that's why. It's
Very
just because
long.
I did it, apparently. That's why Terry did
He
it.
was so impressed.
Yeah. He's your star player.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
great.
rubbish, though, for England. wasn't
Yes, it wasn't very good.
He was rubbish, but
It's
that's...
been great for me.
he has been
Yeah,
great
it's
for you.
fantastic.
Is he your top? He's your top
Yeah.
scorer, isn't he?
25 points for Sue's team, which is pretty good, really.
He's sharp, isn't he, Ulster? Bob, I sense you laughing then, just because stats.
Well,
spoke.
football's his life, you know, but he dresses like a lounge lizard. Lounge lizard? He's odd.
Well, he's a football lounge lizard.
Yeah.
But he's got a fabulous voice.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, 11 points more, Le Tissier.
I was ignoring that. He's not...
You know, any other player for you, doing well for you. You got 14 points from Cotty and 14 from Winterburn.
I feel Stat has retreated into the world of football statistics. But going back to Matthew Le Tissier, I mean, I was very excited to see him in the England squad. I know he was very excited to be in the squad as well.
Was he?
Oh, yes.
We've got proof.
That's the longest yawn I've ever seen anyone do. Oh, well, now, let's bring Bob's team up.
Ah, let's have a look at Bob's team. They're cooking, aren't they?
Oh, aye.
One thing about your team is obviously it's got Schmeichel in goal.
Yeah.
Do you think Schmeichel should have been sent off the other day?
Yes.
Yeah, he should have been, definitely.
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson's just going on and on about how he shouldn't be. Definitely
No,
shouldn't
send him
be.
off. He hasn't been that good for us, really. You know, I spent a lot of money on him.
Well, it's surprising, isn't it, that he's only got 6 points for you.
Yeah.
Because I thought when you bought Schmeichel, or when David Armstrong bought Schmeichel
Yeah.
on your behalf, I thought, well, that's going to be a belt. And you paid millions for him.
Yep, 6.5 million, wasn't it?
And Les Ferdinand as well has done very
Well, I've only
little.
scored one goal, I think. That's been my problem. You know, the fact that I'm mid-table is, you know, it could have been a great team. If you see what I mean. I just haven't scored. I've scored one goal, but I'm, you know, hovering mid-table.
One thing about Schmeichel is that I know he's one of thousands of goalkeepers in the Premier League now who seem to come from some part of Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Like all the goalkeepers, it's like there's little statels in... And Denmark, obviously, which is in Eastern Europe. But let me make my point, Stato.
It's east of England.
No, but there's only about 7 or 8 who are not foreign goalkeepers now. And it's like, if you live in Eastern Europe in some small statel, your mum eventually says to you, oh, go to England, boy, and buy a disgusting shirt. And then you can play for a Premier League side.
What's a shtetl?
A shtetl is it's a small Jewish food.
Why would you want to live in a piece
Well, I
of
don't
small...
Well, they lived there.
They actually live in a small piece of Jewish food. It's kind of noodle. Anyway.
They must be very happy to be here, then, anyway. That's...
And you bought Edie from Norwich. It's brilliant, isn't it, that? Is it Darren Edie's name?
Yeah.
And surely he's a cleaning woman, isn't he, with a name like Edie?
No, he just appealed, didn't he?
Because I was thinking, if you had Edie and you had May
Yeah.
in your defence and you had Flo, you could build a team of cleaning. Right? Now, the last time you came on, Bob, you just bought Chris Kiwomya.
Yep.
And you were looking forward and thinking, this is a great move.
Yes,
and
I've never been happier than the day.
He got his first goal for you this weekend. And I don't know if you saw this in the paper, but there was a bit of a mix-up, apparently, in the Ipswich dressing room. And instead of putting embrocation on himself before the game, he put super glue all over himself. And we've got, look, that's in there, completely...
Oh, he did a terrible stay.
Goalie can't get... Oh, dear.
Well, is he all right? He was all right?
Well, he had to play the rest of the game with the goalie's glove stuck on his head. Looked absolutely ridiculous.
You've got a lot of ginger players as well, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
You've got Mark Wright, and you've got Hopkin, Chelsea player.
He's very ginger, isn't he?
He's incredibly ginger.
Yeah.
Is that a policy of yours?
Sorry?
Have you just bought Mark Waters?
No.
He's not ginger.
No, that's what I was going to say. He's not ginger.
Barbie, you've just bought Mark Wright. Now, I had Mark Wright for a while, thinking, oh, great, I've got, Liverpool central defender, Mark Wright, England international. What's happened? What has happened to Mark Wright?
Well, I don't think it ever did really happen to Mark Wright. I've never really been a great enthusiast of his. I mean, I just don't think he's up there, really.
He was good in the World Cup, though.
He was really good in the World Cup, yeah.
But I don't think he was ginger then.
No. Not so ginger.
Not quite. Ginger hair, heavy hair, slows you down.
Oh, is that it? Well, it's a bit unfair us having a go at Mark Wright. We've got some classic Mark Wright actually in action, just to even the balance a bit. Didn't even the balance that much.
Have I got lots of ginger players?
Well, no, you had Hopkin and Wright, but I made a thing of it.
Peter Schmeichel sometimes looks a bit ginger if he lets it grow a bit.
Yeah.
But that's a Scandinavian thing, apparently, if they let it grow.
If he grew a beard, I could be part ginger, wouldn't he? I reckon.
Yeah, because the blokes in ABBA, they went a bit ginger around there. Was that the blokes that had beards in ABBA?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they were... I haven't got either of them. They're rubbish, I think.
Alan Ball, I suppose.
He's the greatest
He's the greatest ginger. He'll never be topped, will he, really?
Well, Billy Bremner and him were probably the
But was he ginger?
Billy Bremner was a sandy colour.
He was what? He was Titian, the artist. He was what?
Stats, was he Titian or ginger?
Ginger, for sure.
He would have been very ginger bearded, wouldn't he?
Very ginger bearded.
Ginger, for sure.
If he'd have gone for the beard.
Yeah, ginger.
Terry Conroy was very ginger. He used to play for Stoke.
But didn't he have dark satin, though?
No, he had ginger side. He was ginger all over. Oh, he was a ginger fest.
Oh. And now, Ginger from the Flames. Phoenix from the Flames. This week, Clive Ginger. No, this week, Clive Allen hits the back of the net and then probably wished he hadn't.
Right then, Clive, so it's Ifield Road, September 1980. You're playing for Palace. Tell us what happened.
Well, we got a free kick on the edge of the box. Remember putting it down. Jerry Francis tapped it to me, and I just thumped it, hit the stanchion and came back out.
And the ref disallowed it?
He didn't give a goal.
Right, well, we can do that. I'll be the Coventry War, you be Clive Allen, and you can be the stanchion.
No, I'm not going to be some stupid inanimate object that Clive's just going to thump the ball at.
No, I'm the Coventry Wall.
Oh, I'm a staunchion then. Fine, the staunchion. That's a pie.
Hold it. The word is stanchion, right? Only mental people say staunchion.
OK.
Right then, play John Motson.
That's a free kick to Palace right at the edge of the area, to the judge to have fouled Jerry Murphy. Oh, what a tremendous shot by Allen! And the ball faded from the woodwork. Palace appealed for a goal, and they've surrounded the referee, saying it...
We all crowded round the referee, got him to go and speak to the linesman.
Was the ball in the net? Or rather, was it over the goal line?
I can't believe it. Hit the stanchion. Hit the stanchion. Hit the stanchion.
There's no goal.
Come on, ref, it was a goal.
Talking point. Clive Allen can't believe it. The game has to go on.
So, Clive, what happened then?
Well, the referee went over to speak to the other linesman.
does he say?
So what happened?
Well, I couldn't see your collar was in the way.
I think he hit the crossbar.
Well, I thought it might have been the stanchion. I meant stanchion. I'm not mental or anything. Where are you going?
It's all right, I'm just going to get a bigger collar. Wear it up. Like the French do.
It was a goal. It was definitely a goal. We were the team of the 80s.
Yeah, I know. Never mind, Clive. At least you had some very important people on your side.
We did ask the referee for a view, but he preferred not to comment. So let's look at it now from two angles. The referee moves to his right, and what I was at exactly the same angle as this. What seemed to deceive everybody was the ball was there. We stopped just for a moment.
Interesting. Well, now let's have another look at it from the other angle.
In comes Alan. Blythe moves forward a bit. The ball is whacked. And you can see the position of the referee, not unsighted, and it hits quite clearly the stanchion at the back of the ball. And down the field.
Jimmy played into our hands.
Yeah. Oh, it's so easy, isn't it, to get a laugh like that? You just show a picture of Jimmy Hill in 70s clothing. You can't go wrong. I mean, look at this.
I'd like to refresh them. Last year's English.
Oh, Burgundy or what?
Why do we bother writing jokes? Why do we do a series called Jimmy Hill in 70s clothing?
Hey! A lot of you were incredibly frightened by that, Bob, I remember.
No, yeah. You know, because of what I said, my mum phoned me up, she was in tears.
Your mum was in tears?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was this about?
Bob was
I
very...
just swore when the postman came last
time.
Oh, did you?
You've never liked postman, have you?
Frightened by the letterbox. Well, we've had a letter.
Have we?
Yes, this is from Janice Phoenix of Humberside. And she says, Dear David and Frank, the only unusual thing about Eric Cantona's foul in that Swindon game was that it was right in front of the referee. French players are usually much sneakier than that. Well, Mrs. Phoenix, I think that's a very unjust thing to say about French players. I mean, there's nothing very sneaky about this, is there?
Sèche Ginola, à 20 mètres des buts. Monsieur Zvirog sort le carton jaune. Fernandez arrive, coup de coude de Boli. Fernandez en fait des tonnes et Boli n'a, paraît-il, pas fait exprès.
Brilliant.
Well, that was casual, isn't it?
Anyway, I think that's about it for this week. Thanks to Bob and to Sue.
Thank you.
Next week's guests are Roddy Doyle and, well, whoever happens to be the current manager of the Golders Greenbacks.
Who knows? Good night.
Good night.
Trend, where collars